Hello, everybody. This is me, Siren 3, and welcome back to Heart It Out with Sai. And today's topic is going to be very interesting. I would like to talk about how suffering, detachment, and attachment, desire plays a very crucial role in our daily life functioning as well as how it impacts our healing, both psychological, emotional, in a lot of other ways, be it mental healing or even physical healing, to the matter of fact. So, all these aspects where we seek peace, mental peace, certain solutions where we feel like we are stuck in to something, be it our past, be it our present, or something which is not working for all of us. And most of the people feel this, that their energies are being drained out no matter how much they try to do good, how much they feel empathetic towards others, how much they want to thrive and have so many big dreams, but somewhere they're feeling stuck. Somewhere they're feeling that this cycle, this loop is continuous and it's not helping them. Because for the very first thing I would tell you all is healing happens only when the very first step is we are willing. So you are accepting your whole being. When I talk about whole being, it's about us accepting us. When I look into the mirror, how I perceive myself, how I see myself. No matter however you look, physically, your appearances, or how you feel or perceive yourself as, acceptance and willingness is very important aspect. So the moment you start believing in yourself, you start to increase your self-worth. And the moment this happens, when you put yourself above everything else and you focus on yourself, and I'm not talking about the ego here, ego about, okay, no, I am the one. No. When you know that you accept yourself as you are, no matter however you are, no matter how fat you look, how black you look, how good or bad you look. Maybe some people might say you on your face that you might look very ugly, but you know how you look. Even if people, hundreds and thousands of people saying on a daily basis whatever they're perceiving you as, you should accept yourself first. You should look into the mirror and say, yes, I am all and whole. And the moment we feel that we are whole enough, we focus on the holism, we focus on the strengths we have got. Our weaknesses tend to, I won't say that they go away or disappear, but they tend to fade slowly with time. And when we seek healing, when we are willing, we are accepting ourselves. Wonderful. That's a hooray moment, eureka sort of a thing. Then the second step is to sit and understand how the past was, how the present is, and what I am aiming for the future. So when we have this holism in us, we sit and we think that what we seek, what we are, what we were, and then we have a clear outline of things which we can focus on. Now, when I said starting the video with that today's video is going to be about healing in those aspects, psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally, always, all of it holistically. But before that, I also spoke about how suffering, desire, and detachment and attachment is 4 key words, which is very important for all of you to know, is impacting our healing. First, we'll talk about attachments. When we talk about attachments, I essentially want you all to know that we all have been attached. If it's past or present or whatever, we all have been attached with maybe things, places, people, right, in our lives. And that is something which we inevitably do as a human being, because we live in a community, we seek belongingness, and that's a very healthy thing. Belongingness, I'm talking about, or seeking the need to be with somebody, or in a community functioning together. It's all about fostering togetherness, nurturing a relationship. Very wonderful thing. But attachment can make it detrimental. When I say that, I've also been attached with people in my past, but it is not something which is going to help you in a long term, in a long way. When you attach yourself with anything, be it any object, be it anything, your sense of abundance, the sense of, having a lot potential of yourself starts to deplete. And when I say that, when you focus into getting yourself attached with any sort of things, you feel the need to be with, or maybe the need to have that, or to be with that person, or to have this particular thing with you, because that creates a lot of obsession, that creates a lot of negative thoughts, overthinking, stressing out ourselves, leading to bad sleep, appetite, or whatever, and that is detrimental. The moment you understand this and you try to detach yourself, the opposite reaction, when you try to figure out that every object, every being, everything in this world is independently and codependently working at the same time together, but your role is very precise in whatever you do. There is a purpose you have, and you try to figure out what is your purpose, and you don't have the need to have something in your life, to be with somebody, or to have somebody in your life. You don't feel the need. I'm focusing on the need particularly, because we all know that human life, or any sort of life, is solitary in nature, the journey of life, the journey of souls. So once we know this, it is solitary, so we stop the attachment right over there. We tend to become detached, and it's okay, it's good to be detached soul. I myself, I am one. So the moment you have this sense of detachment, you become liberated. You become liberated to not feel the pain anymore, the suffering essentially, which I talk about, because all attachments leads to certain desires, and the desires are something, the need I'm talking about, and those need will foster suffering more and more and more. So the moment your attachment is shut down, the need, the desire is shut down, and that will lead to liberation. The sufferings will lead to liberated feelings. So once this happens, once you understand, you become very, clear about what is your purpose, your goals, and you start having your boundaries. You set boundaries with people, even with your own family members, mom, dad, siblings, friends, um, husband, wives, children, even with children. Set clear boundaries and have your own certain goals, certain amount of self-love every day to foster. Doing nothing is also very important sometimes in life. Just do nothing and just be with yourself. The flow state of energy, this flows, and you immerse yourself into the being, and how you get one with yourself, your higher self, as well as the nature around you makes you feel very liberated. But a lot of people are not into all these things. But the moment you try it, you give it a thought to change yourself, because we always focus on changing everybody else around us, but we never focus on changing ourselves. The moment we focus on us, internal world, the internal me, the ego, the sense of self, all these things, when we, the identity we have, the crises we have, the pain and suffering we have, well, the moment we see inward, introspect, the world around us change. Because the way we look, we sense, we feel, we see, we heard, mm, we kind of uh, the all senses, the way we sense and perceive things changes internally, and then the external world change, because we tend to focus into ourselves primarily, and then we focus into other beings. And the moment we are clear with ourselves, we know who we are exactly, and we can describe ourselves to people that this is what I am, it's very clear, this is how I am, it's pretty clear. The others will also understand you, because that will not lead to confusion. It's pretty clear, this is my boundaries, this is something I cannot do, I'm sorry. The problems tend to dissolve, the conflicts lessen. So I think these are few things which is very important for each one of us to focus, so that it can impact our healing in a much better way. Because the first thing, if we want to heal ourselves, be it any sort of traumatic events we have gone through, a very bad breakups, or maybe a very bad work culture we are in, we are very frustrated because how we don't know how to set boundaries in our work culture, or maybe we're in the college and there's a group of students teasing me, I'm getting bullied. All these issues, I'm not just talking about relationships, to be particular, I'm not talking about relationships over here only, I'm talking about a lot of social issues, a lot of emotional issues, a lot of daily life issues, even me having a struggled relationship with my parents. These sort of issues also comes into all these things. So every one of us who is having all sort of these kind of issues, different issues, there's a list goes on, but I would suggest all of you that when I started my healing journey, this is how I started. The first step was accepting myself. The second stage was to understand how I am, to understand myself, looking inward, to accept all my negatives, equally my positives, focusing on my positive, shifting my negative thoughts to the positive ones, thinking about my strengths, courage, and then walking and working over it again and again. And the moment I have become detached from every being out there, everything out there, I am happy, liberated, peaceful. So this is the very um, kind of a short brief explanation about how we can foster healing. And I would say and suggest to most of the people who are still not meditating, please do meditation. It also helps you. I mean, the moment you meditate, the moment you feel sort of very calm, and your mind is contented, you will feel that things changing, you making better decisions in life. And meditation can be boring. A lot of my generation people also feel that it's very boring and it's not something which is working with them. But I would say that go with an expert or learn it. There are different ways of doing it, whichever way you feel like you can do it. Even music therapy, to the matter of fact, listening to certain type of music, healing music or sounds, and then just sitting idle and just putting everything aside for some time, just maybe 30 minutes a day is not a big deal. Start it from today and just, be consistent. Start it from today, and then every day set a Google note or alarm or any sort of a, reminder every day. Whenever you're free, fix a time for that 30 minutes in a day, and just listen to some good healing music and just sit idle. Or you can just lie down if you feel like, you're feeling tired and fatigued and you don't feel like sitting down somewhere. Just lie down and just put your earplugs before sleeping, just and see how you fall asleep. It will really help you. Start it. I will always focus on that because I love doing meditation. And I was a person who never used to like it because I also thought that it was very boring when I started it. But every meditation has, like, every being, every person have their own ways to meditate it. So you need to figure out your own way. Like I figured out, I feel that me sitting just like that will not make any sense, so I need somebody to guide me. So I take guided meditations. I chanting is something which I like. I kind of visualization is something I like. Imagination, visualization, watching my thoughts objectively passing by is something which I not attaching my emotions into it, just like a neutral observer watching my thoughts. This is something my own type. You all will have your own certain type. Just go through it, read about it more. There's a lot of materials out there, good books on meditation, yoga, and a lot of Indian aspects of these sort of techniques from the different Indian contexts and books. Read on that more, and you can get a lot of clarity and practice, because that's the key. We all have that, but we don't want, because why we don't want is we like to stay in our comfort zone. So when we are okay and staying in our comfort zone, like we are like, oh, it's okay to suffer, it's okay to whatever is happening, we don't want change. Who is it at the loss? We ourselves. So take a moment, take a pause from life, reflect and think, and start practicing, start working on it. Come out of your comfort zone, because coming out of your comfort zone is the only way possible that you crack your life. Otherwise, it is going to be the same cycle going on, and that's not going to help anyone. Life is beautiful. It might not be fair. A lot of people, including me, had a very challenging life, and every one of us has different types of degrees of suffering. Mm, and it's not going to be helping if we keep on victimizing ourselves, keep on thinking that, okay, this went wrong and I am stuck. There's nothing I can help myself. It's not so. Being stuck is our own thoughts. So once we feel the need of getting out of it, we have all the tools. We need to search for it, understand it, and work for it to get out, because there are tools available. If you're not yourself able to, take a professional help, take a help from a guide or a mentor. Talk about it. Talk about people whom you trust, and people who can guide you in a very empathetic, non-judgmental, and a very, very positive way. Trust is very important, so do share your concerns with either a professional or with somebody whom you trust the most, and you will get the intuitions, whom you trust, whom you don't. So yeah, work for it. And I think I will pray for all of you, whoever is suffering, to get a very better life and heal quickly, because if I can heal myself, then you can. Thank you so much. This is Heart It Out with Sai, and I'll be having another video soon. Bye bye. Take care, all of you.